Hey guys, Wendell Kimbrough here, wendellk.com. Got a song for you today that I love. It's something you can use at the end of communion. Okay, this is from the Book of Common Prayer. It's called, well, I call it the prayer following communion. But you can find it also under the label Mighty God, We Thank and Praise You, which is just the first line of it. I set this text to Beethoven's tune from his Ninth Symphony, Ode to Joy, several years ago, and we sing it during Easter in our church. At the end of communion, after we've taken communion, we sing this song as a way of giving thanks and praising the Lord for the gift of the table. So I'm going to sing it for you. At the end, I'll give a quick tutorial on how I play it, and you can get a chord chart if you click the link below to download it. Thanks for watching. Mighty God, we thank and praise you for this meal, this bread of life, precious blood and body broken from your Son, our Savior Christ. In these mysteries you assure us we are members of your Son, heirs of your eternal kingdom, with all faithful people one. Humbly now we ask you, Father, in your grace to make us strong, that with all the saints before us in good works we may press on. Send us out to love and serve you, send us out to sing your praise. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, power and glory to your name. Amen. 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 Yeah, okay. Love singing this one. So, let me tell you a little bit about how I play it. So, I am capoed 4, got my capo on upside down, and I'm leaving the E string open, right? So I'm actually in E major, but I'm using C major chord forms because I really like those C major chord forms. And there's a bunch of chords in this one, so I'm going to just kind of walk through them. There's an A part and a B part, and then there's an Amen C part at the end. So let me just walk through. So, mighty God, C major, we thank and praise you, F, for this meal, C, bread of life, G, back to C, and body, F, from your Son, C, G, Savior Christ, C. Now, I'm letting this E ring out, and you might have noticed too at the beginning, I played around with the voicings of these chords. I was letting this E ring out the whole time, and mighty God we, right? If you just play your F down here and you let this ring out, then it's really more like a C suspended. And then sometimes I play the G like this. So if you picture a G chord, right, which would be like this, it's like I'm taking the top finger off, flipping everybody off, and still letting this E string ring out. So, right, it's just this kind of, I don't know, it's just a different feel to that chord. So it's like, right, that E's still ringing out. It's, again, this is kind of like if you had a piano and you're just letting you're pedaling, you've got the sustain pedal on, and you've got an E just kind of ringing out in the bass. Okay, so that's the A part, and then it goes to the B part, which is now the chart for the capo says G C G C, but what I'm really doing is it's like I'm doing a G and then a C over G. So I play my G with these two fingers. Got my ring finger here on top and my pinky on bottom, and I'm kind of muting the second string. All right, so that's my G, the 2-finger G, and then I'm taking these 2 fingers and I'm slapping them on here in the form of what would be like an A minor 7 chord. So right, that's you hear Paul Simon do that all the time in early Simon and Garfunkel stuff, like April, come she will. Right? Okay, sorry. So I'm doing that. I'm going in the G, C, mysteries you assure us. We are back to G, and then here's this E over G sharp chord. Right, we're walking up, so we're going G to E over G sharp. And the way I play that, it's like I'm playing an E major chord here, and I'm not fretting the top of that chord. And I'm using these 2 fingers to make the bottom of that chord, and then I'm coming up with my pinky to the 4th fret. We are, right, creating a little tension. We are members, A minor of your Son, back to G. And then I love this line, Heirs, C of your C7. Right, so C, if this is your C chord, to make a 7, you're taking your pinky and you're putting it here on the 3rd string from the bottom, the G string. You're putting an F in that chord. Right, so heirs of your eternal F kingdom. Now this is a fun chord. This is a G sharp augmented 5. In the root key, it's a C augmented 5, but here, okay, this is not a chord you're going to use a ton, but it's a cool one. So here's how I play this. I've got my index finger, and I'm laying it across. Yeah, I'm laying it across the bottom. These 2 strings right here, the second and third string from the bottom. All right, I'm using 1 finger to do that. You could do it with 2, and then the other piece of the chord is right here on the 2nd fret on the D string. All right, so got that nice discordant, and importantly, I'm hammering off on that so it's going. Okay, so I'm just picking up my middle finger, or if you were using 2 fingers here to do it, it would be your ring finger picking up. So let me walk through that whole line again. So it's is of your E, so that's C, C7, F, G sharp augment 5, and then release. And to be honest with you, I do not know what that chord is called once you pull that note off. But is a C sharp, F, G sharp, Aug 5, resolved, and then to this big C over G, with our faithful G, C. All right, so let me just play through that second part again. I'll do it kind of slowly. Or I'll do the second time we go to the B part. So send us out. Send us out to love and serve you. Send us out to sing. C7, F, G sharp, C over G, Re, G, your name C. All right. Chords at the end, pretty straightforward. F, C. Amen. G, Amen. A minor. F, Amen. C, G, G7, Amen. And back to a C at the end. So let's see, I'm playing my G7 like this with a thumb here for the top, and then like a A7 slid up. Can you see that? But you can also play a G7 this way. I just think this one's prettier. So there you have it. There's the chords. Let me play through, talk a little bit about the right hand. So I like to start this one with big strums. If I'm playing it with a band, I've got some cymbal crashes, the bass player's just hitting this big E with me. Mighty God, we thank and praise you for this. So I'm just kind of going, right, just ringing out on those chords. And then when we get to the B part, I start picking up a little bit of a different rhythm. So in these mysteries, it's a little bit complex. You wouldn't have to play it this way, but this is just how I do it. So I'm going down, down. It's always hard for me to tell you down versus up. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. I think it's down up at the end. And I'm kind of hammering on the change. And I'm emphasizing this, right? This steady 5, this steady G. Right, so that's the rhythm I'm strumming with my right hand, except faster. It's like. I think that's it for this one. On the second, well, no, let's see. In the second half of the song, I pick the energy up a little bit, and I start barking. Okay, so. Humbly now we ask you, Father. So when I say barking, I'm talking about this thing where I'm using the palm of my hand to mute the strings. So humbly now we ask you, Father. If you think about it, it's like this is your snare drum. All right, so I'm playing the snare drum. The drums will be going. Right, there's your snare hitting. You like my beatboxing? Humbly now we ask you, and everywhere that my hand hits is where the snare drum would hit. So, let's see. I've given you the right hand for most of this. Again, I don't really know how to break that rhythm down a ton, but I can just kind of give it to you slowly. So send us out to love and serve you. Send us out to sing your praise. And let me just say this. If I'm leading and I've actually got a full band behind me and I've got a good drummer playing with me, I might not do that. I might not actually do the barking because... And here's why. If I'm barking, but my barking is not just like metronomically precise, and my drummer is hitting the snare, and he's not metronomically precise, then what's going to happen is we're going to be going, right? We're going to be creating this tension in where is the downbeat on the song. And it's not going to feel good. It's going to feel like we're pushing and pulling. So if I'm playing with a drummer, a lot of times I won't do the barking. I'll just go, I'll just strum it without the bark. But if I'm leading this solo and it's just me, then people sing better when they know where the beat is. And so I can help them sing by giving them that. And if you're trying to do that sort of thing and you're having trouble with it, practice with a metronome. I mean, put a metronome on your phone, turn it up loud so you can hear it, and just sit there and just practice with it to get your timing smooth. Let your wrists be smooth and natural, and make sure that your hits are right on the click. Otherwise, don't bark. If you can't do it pretty precisely, don't do it, because it'll throw people off more than it'll help them. I think that's about it on this one. If you got any questions, you can put them in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Happy to fill in any missing pieces in what I've explained here today. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Wendell Kimbrough. I'm a hymn writer, songwriter. I specialize in the Psalms. And if you like this, subscribe, stay in touch. I'll be doing more tutorials and sharing more songs this year. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye. Of your eternal kingdom with all faithful people.